terms of who you were and who you have become, if there was one piece that you were in so much gratitude to, what would that be?
Knowing that there's so much more love coming in. It's beautiful.
For me, it's about connection. Connection to myself, to knowing who I am, and being able to connect to that and feel that is what I'm most in awe to. For me, it's I felt an effortlessness, a peace. I'm not stressed like I was before. I'm not scared. I'm not fearful like I was 12 months ago. You know, it was very different. It was a very different me.
What was the thing that you were hanging on to 12 months ago?
That everything was out of my control.
Yeah. It resulted in health stuff, right?
Resulted in health stuff, yeah, exactly right. Going off to hospital and wondering what the hell's going on. And that's a pretty scary moment to take place. So when that did happen, I realised something had to change. And whilst I was looking everywhere outside, finding a solution, that solution wasn't out there, it was in here. And connecting back into myself. But yeah, there's abundance. I mean, there's no fear anymore. There's not a concern about what could happen. I'm now in control of what my life is going to end up being. So yeah.
I think now it's really just to create limitlessly, and be creative. I work in a creative industry. I have a creative business, but I don't spend that much time being creative. And what certainly happened over the last couple of months is I keep creating the space to just go back and find the joy in being creative, and then thinking, I've got nothing to do, I better fill it with something else. And then, so it's only just beginning to sort of dawn on me that this is all the space is being created for me to hold creativity as well.
Nice.
And just find the joy in that again, and probably a joy I haven't had in all my career. Just the joy of drawing and playing with creativity.
So something's just opened up now from what you said. Thank you for that. And that is that there's a shift from, the you that was here before the expansion was the you that had spent your focus and your time and your energy on resolving the tension of lack, of worry, of not having, of needing to, of having to, right? To joy. So the tension, resolving of the tension of that used to feed you and feed how you turned up in life and what you did and the choices that you made and what you spent your time on. But now what I'm hearing is that no longer is the provocation, it no longer is the fuel. Joy is. Trust of self, love of self, connection, creativity, creation, all of that is joy. And joy now feeds you. And now I'm going to go to Meg and Clay. I'll start with you, Clay. And I went to you because that's really present right now for you in terms of what you're creating.
So we spoke about it a little bit last night in the car, and there was a lot of fear there. And I was like, well, if you don't want fear, like, what would you turn it into? And it was gratefulness, gratitude. So you turn that into gratitude, and that be your, like, as soon as you go into that fear, that be your next thing. Like, you realise that, hold on, I don't want to be in fear anymore. I'm going to be grateful.
Who do you see now?
the Creator. Abundance, like there's just more of me coming out. There's more just flowing out. That's what I'm grateful for. It's just turning up, not needing anything, not trying to be anything, not wanting anything. And I guess like people feel that, and then they can be open with you. Like when you're open, they're just going to mirror that back.
Yeah.
And they're going to be honest with you, and they're going to love you. Yeah.
Very different
To going in there needing
That
something or wanting something. Exactly. Like that's shifted now. It's what can we do for each other? Let's combine, you know. Like, yeah. Let's collaborate. Now I'm starting to realise that life was the collaboration. Yeah. So super grateful for that.
So you've just opened up something else that is present in this group and that we work from, and that is the idea that, you know, we're not separate to life. And when we believe that we're separate to life, you know, we believe that we're just this, you know, physical human being, you know, walking this earth, doing the do. And that's where need and want come from, and lack and worry. But what you're saying, you know, that is integrating and has integrated is that, you know, that, yeah, there's this physical human being, but we're more than that. That's what you were talking to, Andrew. That we're more than that. And when we know that we're more than that, then we're in collaboration with life. There is no separation.
Yeah.
Whatever we're choosing, whatever we're desiring is already here.
But then to put it basically as well, like everyone has that feeling.
Yeah.
Like everyone, all these people around here, all the same. And if you're open to that, like if you're open to them, they're only going to open to you.
No needing to prove.
No.
No needing to try.
No.
No needing to get validated.
Just turn up.
Just turn up. No needing to be seen or heard.
No. Just no needing for wants. No need.
Yeah, I've always known that no matter what happens, I have the strength to sort of go within and sort it all out solo. What I think one of the biggest shifts for me now is that I don't feel that at all now, because I don't feel that there's ever a moment that's solo if you're open up to it. Yeah, so now I'll go and sit alone, but then sort of reach out to the collective for input, because I know that I'm being fed from somewhere else. So it's not it's not that feeling of okay, I can do this. I'll get up early and I'll fight through the day and it'll all be done. It's no, I'll get up early and I'll open the space for the support I need, because that'll guide me through the day. Vulnerability. Yeah, and saying yes, it's not about me bunkering down and doing it myself. It's about me sort of shouting out for help not in a panicked way or I can't do it way. It's almost like in a collaborative way, saying, hey, this is what I got to do today. Who's got some, who's got some input for me?
What came to me, the word is freedom for me. Freedom from and peace, just a knowing. The last year I've been noticing how I change my words, how I listen to every single word, because I know that's a vibration. Even in thought pattern, it's a vibration. So I can't do this, or not a lot of people realise, which I realise now, I'm not good enough, need validation. You're creating that. Every time you say that, the universe is going, okay, you're not going to have enough time in the day. So to have that freedom of, it's just blissful, of no worry, no fear. If you're not in fear or you don't have any worry, well, every day in this present moment, living in presence, there is no worry.
Thank you.
Just reflecting back over the course of the last few years. When I felt the self-imprisonment is the best way to explain it, like looking for love in all the wrong places, working really hard so I could get love, like validate myself. And the irony is that my life 2 years ago was the perfect mirror to my life now. The hard work that I had 2 years ago to get love, all I did was replace that and created the love inside, which then allowed me to work way less, and it allowed Clay to choose to work more. But not that he wasn't, just to like see how capable he was.
Yeah.
Which now allows him to be his biggest self, which allows me to like just chill out and be my more calm self. And then I get to experience the opposite. So I created it all. Like, that's pretty cool. Yeah. And I get to keep creating now, I think. Before I didn't realise just how cool it is. That's, I guess, is the best word. Just it's pretty cool. You get to kind of do what you want because it's all choice, and be really like specific and have that, set that perfect intention and experience that, what was it, immaculate outcome.
Yeah.
And like I was saying, this is why I was talking about it 2 weeks ago, choice. Like, I don't want to create lots of different choices and choose the contrast and choose the, I don't need that. Just one thing I want to experience in my life, and that's my joy, however that looks. To others, I don't really care. I know how it feels to me, and I know how to grow it in me, and I know how I want to live my life. I just keep doing that. And whatever that happens on the outside, I can't control that, and I don't want to, because that will be me limiting it. I just want to keep rolling with it and being open to however that comes back, because I can really feel it inside. It's really, really, really free.
It's all one. There is no work over there, fun over there,
Hours that
family over there. There's nothing divides it. So it's like a merger, like everything seems to be coming together as one. And it's just life. It's just life now. But we don't even say work, or we don't even say holiday anymore.
No.
Because it's not. It's just life. Like, people were asking us, "Oh, how was your holiday?" Yeah, life's pretty good.
I feel inspired. I can't help but feel inspired in this group, and I feel very called to it. But yeah, I just feel, I can just be myself, and it's almost like all that hard work was just to get to the point of, I can just be myself, and I don't need to try or separate my work over here from just enjoying, having a good time, and learning, and I feel like I've done so much less. I've done nothing. I just turned up. That's really what I really feel I've learned so much from coming to the sessions is I just turn up, and I'm just so enthralled and excited to be around so many inspiring people that I'm not even doing it. I am genuinely just having a good time. I'm genuinely just learning, and I'm intrigued, and that's all that carries. And I just watch how that flows, and one person will have an idea which will lead to something else, and then at the end of the day you've changed completely, but you haven't actually done any hard work at all.
So I always receive so much just from all of your sharings every time, And what I appreciated from all of your sharings is that, on the surface, the sign on the door to this Soul Family Mastermind is business. Like, that's the permission slip that people come in, give themselves to be able to come into this group. But it's actually a life mastermind. It's a life mastermind, and I've perhaps it was always staring at me in the face, but I just really received that in this moment. And the other thing that I am really present to and kind of smiling on the inside and having a bit of a giggle is that, not one of you have spoken about action and this is what I have to do, and this is my plan, and this is my strategy, and these are my goals, and like all those traditional, conventional kind of things that would be part of a mastermind. And it's all been about your beingness. It's all been about your relationship with yourself and your relationship with life. It's all been at that level. And some might say, if it's only at that level, it's ungrounded, or the result remains formless. But what I'm having like a silent giggle inside of myself is that the amount of physical result that has happened for each of you is probably even greater than the physical result that could happen through all the goal setting and action planning and business strategying and business planning, and right? That's what I'm having a silent giggle at. And the other thing that I'm having a moment of appreciation for, and it's a post that I wrote that I put on Facebook. When did I put it on? Sunday night, I think I put it on, and the title was "A Power of the Quieter Kind," and it speaks to everything that you guys have been speaking to. And I was just looking at the response to that. Like people, I'm amazed at the response, the amount of sharing. There's probably been the post that I've written that has had the most shares in the shortest amount of time. And it's kind of like, I reckon people are thirsty, because there's a quietness here. And yet the quietness does not produce. The quietness produces more than all the hype and the loudness and the showiness and the needing to be seen and the needing to be heard and needing to be the authority and needing to be the leader and needing to be the number one amongst your competitors and all that stuff. And so I'm really hearing you guys this morning, and then just seeing that the response to that post. There's a thirst. It's like, thank God there's a thirst. Because essentially, if there was an underlying assumption that is here in this conversation, it's that each of us in our own completeness are enough. Each of us are enough. Like there's nothing that we need to be complete. There's nobody that we need to be complete. There's nothing that we need to do to be complete. There's nothing that we need to have in order to feel complete. And so if we have a relationship with ourselves that we are already enough, of course that gets reflected on the outside. So thanks everybody. That was a really awesome conversation.